Okay, so we will get started. We are going to start standing up just to warm up our feet. I am not going to use my mat at first. When I'm doing this leg work, I don't love having the cushion. I prefer to have a firm floor, but you guys can do whatever feels best to you. So we are going to start in a Pilates stance, tucking the tailbone under just a little bit, relaxing the shoulders, drawing the abs in. Bring those hands to the hips, or you can go ahead and start bringing them out. You can go ahead and use your weights if you want. I am going to start here. So I want you just to press up, roll to the balls of the feet, and press down, press, and zip the inner thighs. Lift the heels, lower the heels, bend the knees, and lift. 6. So start to notice your abs. We're just warming the legs up. 4. 3. Trying to keep even weight on the width of the foot as we roll up to the ball of the foot, trying not to roll to the outside or the inside of the foot. Last one. And lift it up and keep those heels lifted. And we're just going to press down and pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press all the way up. Drop the heels. Deep breath in. 2 more like that. Inhale, lift the heels. Lower and drop the knees. Tuck that tailbone under to engage the abs and pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift all the way up. Drop the heels. 1 more like that. Zip the abs up. Find a focal point. Lift those heels up and lower those knees. Drop your hips and pulse. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lift all the way up. Drop those heels. Deep breath in. Lift the heels. Rotate to parallel and drop the heels. We're going to press back into our chair squat. As you press up, lift the heels. Add in the arms. Reaching the arms as you sit back and reaching up. Lift the heels. Lower the heels. 6. Make sure you're breathing. Make sure you're checking in on what your ribs are doing. 4. 3. Rolling through the foot, relaxing the shoulders. 3. Was that 2? Maybe. We'll do 1 more for good measure. Y'all haven't realized by now I lose count a lot. And lower. Take a deep breath in. See if you can lift those heels, energize the inner thighs, reach the arms forward, and sit those hips back and pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press all the way up, lower the heels. 2 more like that. Inhale, lifting up, reaching those arms, shoulders down, ribs in. Sit those hips back and pulse for 8, 7, 6. Energizing the inner thighs. 3, 2, 1. Press up, drop the heels, lower the arms. 1 more. Reaching the arms up as the heels lift. Take a deep breath in and sit those hips back and pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press all the way up and drop those feet. Good. If you want to grab your weights now, go ahead and grab them. If you don't have them, like I said, that is quite all right. We're going to go into a sumo squat, toes pointing outwards. Bring those weights just to the center of the body, knuckles facing each other. If you don't have weights, you can put your hands wherever feels most comfortable. We're going to press down and lift up. So just using that extra little weight to add on to our leg work for right now. In just a second, we will add the arms. So pressing down and really feeling the inner thighs pulling together. When you tuck your tailbone under just a little bit, that activates through your legs and your glutes just a little more. You've got 3, 2, 1. Hold it down, little pulses for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press all the way up. Take a deep breath in, press down and hold it. Lift that right heel, pressing for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift all the way up, drop that heel, lift the opposite heel, pressing down. Keep your body in the center. Pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press all the way up, drop that heel, bring those hands down to the sides, and we're gonna lift those arms out to the side as we press down and bring it together. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold this one out and pulse for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it all the way up. Right arm only. We're gonna reach out to the side as we press down. Lift that heel. Field goal post that arm. And as we pulse, we're gonna press and pull. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And open that arm, lower the heel, bring that arm down. As we press out, the left arm reaches out. You press into your squat, field goal post that arm, lift the left heel, and press and pull with the arm. 7, 6, pulsing with the legs. 5, not going up. All the way up. 3, 2, 1. Reach that arm, drop the heel, bring it all the way down. Press all the way up. Shake those legs up, set the weights to the side. Reaching back. Hope everybody brought water. I forgot my water. I think I got one in the fridge down here. We'll stop for a water break in just a minute. We're gonna reach the arms. For this chair pose, I want you to notice that your knees are not gonna jut forward over your toes. We're gonna sit the hips back. This creates a reach in the chest, a reach of the hips back. Energize your inner thighs, reach the arms. If you have those 2-pound weights, you can use them here, but nothing heavier than 2 pounds. I want you to reach that left arm back to the hips and bring it back forward. And reach back and bring it forward, drawing the ribs in. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Press it forward. Press both hands back as you press those hips forward. Take a deep breath in. As the arms reach forward, those hips sit back. Draw the belly in. The ribs are in. The chest is proud. The ribs are drawn in. Reach that right arm back to the hip and control it forward. 8, 7. Make sure you're breathing. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Bring it forward. Both arms press back as the hips press forward. Shake those legs out. Grab some water. I'm going to grab mine. Walk around just a little bit. And we're going to come into some side lunges. Actually, sorry. We're going to do our inchworm walkouts first. So taking a deep breath in. Come to the feet in parallel. Take a deep breath in. If you have weights, I want you to set them at the end of your mat or where the end of your mat would be typically. Take a deep breath in, nod your chin, roll all the way down, bringing the hands to the floor, finding that stretch. Now in 3 steps of the hands, I want you to find your plank position. Glide those shoulder blades down, lower the hips, take a deep breath in, hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the weight into the right foot, the left foot reaches out to the side and tap to center. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Weight comes into that left foot, the right one reaches, tap to the side and bring it center, keeping the body very controlled. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift those hips up. Take a deep breath in, drop the heels down. Lift the heels up, shift back in. Bring your hands onto those weights if you have them. Take a deep breath in. We're going to do shoulder taps. Drawing the belly in. We're going to tap the shoulder, place that hand down. Opposite shoulder taps and place it down. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 more each side. 1 more. And bring those hands down. Press those hips up. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Walk those hands all the way in, but don't roll up yet. We're going to press back out, walking the hands out into that plank. And lift the hips and walk the hands back in. Feeling that nice stretch on the backs of the legs. Just 3 more, walking those hands out into that plank and walking back in. See if you can alternate which hand is going first. Just 2 more after this one. Last set, we're walking those arms out, dropping into that plank, and walking those hands back in. Take a deep breath in. Let your arms hang as you tuck your tailbone and roll all the way up. Coming in for some side lunges. Grab your weights if you're using those. If you're not, that is okay. We're going to press those hands to the center and go into our side lunges. So we're going to press to the side and press back to center. Same side for 7. Pressing the hips back. Reaching that hip back. It's not a press into the knee. It's a press into the glutes and the hips for 5. Really pressing off of that heel to bring you back to center. 4, 3, 2, last one, and switching sides. We'll add the arms in just a minute. Pressing that hip back and up. 7. You'll feel a stretch on that inner thigh of the straight leg and a reach into that deep glute muscle of the bent leg. 5, 4. You may also feel the hip of the straight leg, those muscles working a little bit. 3, 2, 1. Press it and hold it. I want you to reach both hands down to the ground, bring them to the shoulder, press up, bring it back down, reach, pull up, lift, and lower. Get deeper into that lunge. 5, make sure you're breathing. 4, As you lean over, don't forget your abs are working. 3, 2. Last one, reach. And hold it there. Pulse a little deeper, deeper. 3, 2, 1. Press to center. Switching sides. Reach into that side lunge. Sit your hips back. Lean forward just a tiny bit. Tap the floor. Bring those weights to the shoulder or hands. Press up. Bring it down. 8, 7. Don't forget your abs are working here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. And bring those weights down. Pulse into that leg just a little deeper for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press. And rest those shoulders. Coming out into a wider squat position, but not a goblet squat. Toes are just slightly turned out, whereas in your goblet squat, you're turned way out. There's just a tiny turn out. We are going to press the hips back. Bring those hands up towards the ears. We're going to squat. And as you come up, we're going to rotate and bring the knee to the elbow. Switching sides each time. So really find that oblique and that deep squat. 6. Make sure you're breathing. 5. 4 more each side. 3. 2. Last one each leg. And bring it down. Rest those arms for just a moment. If you are not using weights at this time, and you want to take a sip of water, and you want to add a band, you can definitely go grab a band right now. We're going to do just arm work here. So bicep curls, pull-ups, tricep presses. So if you have a band, if you don't have weights and you have a band and want to use it, please do. You will stand on that band. So that just gives you a little more resistance. All right. So coming in, Pilates stance. Tuck the tailbone under. At any point, if you want to add it another level and you want to lift up to your releve, you absolutely can. That activates your inner thigh. It activates your hamstrings, your quads, your glutes. But remember, we're not done with leg work, so don't exhaust yourself. The elbows tight into the waist. Wrists are very straight. We're going to pull up and resist down just to the waist. 10, 9. So don't lose the work on the reach down. I want you to keep that work. And work even harder as the hands come down. 6, 5, 4. If you're using that band, resist the band pulling you here. 2, 1. Hold it up at the top. Press the heels together. Releve and hold it for 5, 4. Squeeze it a little tighter with the biceps. 2, 1. Lower the heels. Release the arms all the way down. Turn those palms to face in towards your body. Shoulders are relaxed. This is coming from the shoulder blade area. Heads of the weight pressed together. Pull straight up and push that down. Reaching up. 9. Again, there is work on the press down. 8, 7, 5, 3, 2, 1. Pull this one up and hold it. Relax the shoulders, draw the belly in, press the heels together, lift and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press those hands down first and then slowly lower the heels, turning those palms into the thighs. Take a deep breath in. Let's come into parallel for this one. We're going to lift laterally and lower with control. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Hold it there. Lift the heels, lower the heels, lift them and lower. Lift 3, 2, 1. Lower the arms and rest for just a minute. Let's turn back to biceps. This time we are down by the thighs. We're coming into a full bicep curl, not stopping at the waist. We are pulling all the way up and pressing all the way down and all the way up and all the way down. When you come all the way down, see if you can access the triceps. 8, 7, 6, 5. Make sure you're breathing. Make sure you're checking in with your abs. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Pull up and hold this one up. We're going to do our heel lifts for 10. This time, don't let the heels come all the way down. We're just hovering those feet. 3, 2, 1, and lower all the way down. Drop those arms. Turn the palms in to face the body. Take a deep breath in. Bend the knees. Sit those hips back into a chair sit. Not quite as deep as we normally would go for squats. Then I want you to bend in and reach back. The palms are facing in like a hammer bicep curl. But this time we're focusing on the tricep. When you press as far back as you can, squeeze that tricep. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold this one back. Press up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Hang your arms and round through your back. Get a little break. We're not done with triceps. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, bend those knees. Stretch that back out. Pull the elbows in. Press back. But turn your palms up and lift and lower. 10, 9, 8. Working a different part of the tricep. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I know you're burning, but press back and hold it. Pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it all the way down. Round over. Let those arms hang. And take a deep breath in. Let's press into a lunge. Hover those arms. So we're not in a deep lunge. We're just in a reaching lunge. Place one hand on the thigh of the bent knee. So my left knee is bent, my left arm is resting. You're going to reach down and pull the elbow up, keeping your torso very still. 8, 7, 6. Funny story, maybe you knew, maybe you didn't know. Arm work and weights are actually part of the Pilates mat series, which I found very interesting. 2, 1, and pull it up and hold it. Rotate, unrotate, rotate, unrotate. 3, 2, 1, and reach that arm, step the feet together, switching sides, step back into that lunge. My right knee is bent, my right hand is resting on the thigh, reaching through the crown of the head, the left elbow pulls and reaches. It's a placement. 9, 8, 7, 6, draw those bellies in, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold this one back, rotate, unrotate, 4, feel the obliques, 3, 2, reach into the heels, 1, unrotate, bring that arm down, step the feet together, and lift up. And going into an overhead press, I'm going to step back a little so you can see me better. Bring those elbows up to your field goal arms, your tailbone's tucked, and your ribs are in. We're going to press up and pull down and reach up, 10. Don't let your back arch during this. Try and keep those arms even. If you're using a band, you obviously won't be standing on it. You'll just be pulling from the center of it. The band is overhead. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it here, little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it all the way down. Good. Take a deep breath in. We're almost done with arms, I promise you. We're going to hinge forward, round through the arms like our hug a tree series. So hinge forward, bend those knees. We are rounded through those arms, just like hug a tree. We're going to lift and lower. 9. This is part of the Pilates mat series that we typically don't get to. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up, bring it down, hang your body, and roll all the way up. Good. Bring those hands up to the chest. Feet are a little wider than hip distance apart for boxing. As the right arm reaches forward, it rotates, and you pull it back in and left and center. 9, 8, 7, nice and controlled. 6 more each arm. And then we'll give the arms a break. 4, nice and strong through the torso. 3, and you can go as fast or as slow on these. I tend to like to go slower than most people. Last one, bring it in, hinge forward, drop those weights if you were using it, wiggle your arms, shake them out, roll your shoulders, spread your fingers out, wiggle your hands. If you want to hold on to your weights to add a little bit more into this lunge series, you can definitely hold them for any of this. So we're going to go into a back lunge, front lunge series. Hands are going to be pressed into the chest. We're going to step back into that back lunge and step front into that front lunge. So it's a constant movement. We're not stopping in the middle. Go ahead and go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, still checking in with your knees, not jutting over the toes too far. 2, last one each leg, and press to the middle, switching sides, pressing back into that back lunge and front lunge. 7, glutes are burning now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bring it to center. If you want to keep your heart rate up, I'm going to grab a sip of water, but you can do some jumping jacks here while I get a sip of water since I'm talking. Or you can drink some water with me. Coming back in for our plank walk out. We're going to come into some plank jacks. So take a deep breath in. On your exhale, nod your chin. So just a minute ago, we did our taps to the side. We're just combining that and doing our taps. Both legs at the same time. So shoulders are down, ribs are in, bellies are engaged. We're jumping out, hold it, and in. 3, very slow. Hold it out. And in. Inner thighs are working, outer thighs are working. So just see if you can check into those body parts, bring it together. Now fast for 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it together. Press those hips up. Take a deep breath in. Step forward with your right leg. Forward with your left leg. Drop those hips. Bring those hands behind you. See if you can keep from dropping those hips to the floor. Fingertips are pointed in towards your feet. Unless that bothers your wrist, then you can definitely turn them a different direction. I want you to press up to your tabletop and swing those hips back to the wrist. And press up. If you need to adjust where your feet are, please do. Energize the inner thighs. Pressing back and pressing up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the hips about halfway. Bend at the elbows. Press for triceps. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring those hips all the way down. Grab your mat. If you have not been using it, we're going to do a few bridges. If you would like to add your weights onto your hips for this part, or if you would like to wrap the band over your hips and press the band into the floor, that gives you a little more resistance. So I will place, since I have a 5-pound weight, I'm just going to place one of them. If you have the 2-pound, you can place both of them. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. If you're using the band, it will wrap across. You may have to change up your resistance as you do this. Press the heels into the mat. We're about sit-bone distance apart. Press the hips up. If you're using your weights, your hands may have to be in front of them just so they don't roll back. And lower the hips. 9, 8. We are rolling all the way down and all the way up. 7. Energizing the inner thighs. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold this one up, little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it all the way down. Reach those legs long. Set that weight down. Reach the arms. Nod your chin. Coming all the way up. We are going to get into a very, very deep squat. This is not really work. This is more, and grab your weights if you're using the weight. If you have bands, you can set them under your feet so that you can pull forward. This is more of a hip release, but you're going to have to really use your core. So lengthen those arms. We're just lifting and lowering. Sitting in that deep, deep squat, draw the belly in. Three, two, one, and drop that weight. Come on to all fours. You can use the band here by placing it around the foot and having the ends under your hands. You don't have to use them at all. You can use your weights by placing it in the crook of your knee and squeezing on that weight. These heavier weights, I'm not sure how that'll work for me. So if you see me take them out, it's okay. Pull that heel in if you're using the weight. If you're using the band, you will have the foot a little further out. Shoulders down on all fours. We're going to lift and press that heel to the ceiling, pulsing. So coming halfway down and all the way up, using the glutes. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it in, open to the side for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it all the way down, switching sides. Hands are wide, shoulder blades down, ribs and bellies are in. Pull that heel in if you're using the weight. Press the heel to the ceiling. Bring it halfway down and press up. 9, 8, accessing the glutes. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in, open to the side for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Drop that weight. Let's get a little stretch here. Bringing the weight into all four parts of your body, your hands and your knees. Stretch that left leg up. Lift it, cross it over the body, and then look towards that foot. Take a deep breath in. Look back to center. Bring that leg out to the opposite side and look towards that foot. Take a deep breath in. Look back to center. Bring that leg in. Reach the right one long. Cross it over the body. And then look over. Resist with that foot. Get a stretch through the glute. Look back to center. Bring it all the way to the other side. Sit into that left hip. Press into the foot. Look at that foot. Look back to center. Bring that leg back in. Open the knees wide and sit into your child's pose. Take a deep breath in. Feel your hips relax. Take another deep breath in. On your exhale, press back forward. Cross your ankles and sit your hips back. Bring those legs through. Coming in for a figure 4 glute stretch. Cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Wrap your hands in to your behind your right thigh. Pull your chest a little closer. And make sure you're breathing. If you prefer to lay down for this, you absolutely can. Take a deep breath in. Open the chest, bring that leg out. I like to mix it up, and I'll show you guys before we hang up from the call. So switching legs, right heel over the left thigh, reaching through behind the left leg to pull your chest closer to that leg, get into that right glute. I'll show you guys on the wall a different way to do a figure 4 stretch that I like to use sometimes too. And the stretch against the wall is really good if you're trying to stretch your inner thighs. So real quick, definitely if you don't have a wall accessible, you can do it later on, but I'll just want to show you guys. So you will lay with your hips flat on the ground and scoot your way into the wall. Your one leg will be up, the other leg is across, and then keeping your hips very still, you will bend that straight leg and pull the heel down the wall to deepen that stretch. The tendency is that hip is going to want to lift up. So you have to make sure that your sits bones stay connected to the wall in front of you and that your hips stay very flat without tilting. So then you would walk the heel up and switch sides. Pressing that knee towards the wall also gives a deep stretch, just watching the hips, and you would bend that knee. This side is so much tighter for me. Another nice stretch is to just bring both feet together, bring the heels down the wall, and press those knees wide. So if you want to do any of those extra stretches, please feel free to. I like to also lay on my back, feet together, knees falling out to the sides. That gives a really nice stretch to the hips and to the lower back. Thank you.